How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another episode. Alrighty, so today we have got a couple of things that I want to take care of. So first thing being the pallets that we've got loaded onto the trailer. These need to be dropped off over at the farmer's market today. And yeah, I've got a little bit of news. There's been some development, and also the piglets are also growing up a little bit. So you'll see that they are no longer as tiny as they were in the previous episode. So yeah, they definitely grow quite fast, guys. And I think from here on it's just going to go much quicker. And pretty soon we could expect some offspring from these. And yeah, that is going to be very nice for us to have double the amount of pigs. So yes, I'm looking quite forward to that, guys. So yeah, there's been a little bit of a change in the yard as well. You'll notice that I put up a little post, well, not really a poster, like a little pin. So this is in fact a chicken coop that we are going to be, yeah, breeding some chickens with, guys. So it's not very big and it's not as fancy as the one Uncle Reggie has got, so we won't probably produce nearly the amount of eggs that he can produce at his farm. But guys, at least it's something. So yeah, this was actually inspired by a comment that I got from somebody in, I think, 2 episodes ago. So yeah, they said that we should build a chicken coop over at the sawmill actually, but I decided against that because I want to try and keep everything, you know, animal related close together as possible. So that is why we are going to be doing the chicken coop over here. And yeah, I've got a lot of big plans actually for the farm. To expand a little bit more. So eventually you will notice there's a big field behind us, so I'm trying to get in touch with the owner of this field just to see if he might be interested in selling it, guys, because this is going to be kind of an end game field for us, because it is huge. It is much bigger than Mr. Walker's farm, all the fields on his farm basically, even combined. I think it's bigger than that. So we could potentially even get 3 or 4 fields out of this if we just space it out correctly. But yeah, it goes all the way over there. And I think it'll be a great addition for our farm. But it also means that we are going to have to get some proper equipment in order to deal with it. But yes, okay, so let's just continue because I've still got a couple of things that we need to do before we head over to the farmer's market this morning. So let's get the old Silverado fired up and we're going to make our way over to the sawmill. And yeah, Nick is there. He is busy sorting out the sawmill, and yeah, he started producing some planks and some long planks already. We are also doing some wood beams, but those take a little bit longer than the other ones. So let's just make our way over here, and then I'm going to explain to you guys what we are going to do today as well. Alright, so yeah, there he is. Looks like he's enjoying his new big fancy sawmill. Alright, let's just park up right over here. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, nothing but the sound of circular saw cutting through wood. But okay, as you can see, Nick has already produced 1 pallet and another pallet of long planks. So no, we're not going to go and deliver that today. So what I want to try and do is we are going to see if we can take our logging fork back to the dealership today, and yeah, they are going to give us a pallet fork in its place. So the reason for that is so that we don't need to drive the skid steer up and down for loading the pallets, and yeah, that is going to make a little bit more sense. And we're also going to be getting rid of this little logging trailer, which we haven't really used as much. But yeah, they also said that they will give us a couple of bucks for this thing. Because our winch is actually doing pretty well. So Nick actually managed to get quite a lot of wood moved into the sawmill after the last episode. Which we also brought in a couple of trees. And yeah, that actually has been put into the sawmill already. So yeah, guys, there's going to be... maybe the first thing we should do is jump into the tractor here. We're going to see if we can disconnect this thing and just load it into the truck bed. Alright, let's lift this up. Let's just see. Let me just make sure we've got the right controls here. I think that should be it. Okay. Alright, let's bring this closer to the truck. Alright, we're gonna try and not damage our Chevy Silverado now, because this is quite possible. Damaging the truck. So let's get this thing more or less in there. Alright, and let's get it disconnected. I think if we just hit the button there, it should release it. And there we go, that is sorted. Okay, so now we can just park up the tractor once again. We are gonna have to ask for some help over at the dealership just to get that thing offloaded again. But I'm sure they will sort that out for us, no problem. Alrighty, so there we go. Yeah, I did a terrible job at parking that, but that's okay. Okay, so let's get this thing strapped down. And then what we are going to do is we're going to use the Toyota Hilux. Nick parked it over there, nice and out of the way. Right, so we're going to get our ramps down first of all. Alright, let's do it like this. Alright, we'll just turn the engine off again. Alright, while those ramps are busy unfolding, we'll just go and hop into the Hilux, because I want to hook up to the logging trailer. Gonna see if we can reverse it onto our trailer with the pallets, and then just sort it out that way. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, so I don't know why Nick actually left the keys in the ignition. That's not really safe. I'll have to talk to him about that. But okay, let's quickly just hook up to the logging trailer, and then I'm going to attempt to reverse this thing on. Might be a bit tricky to see, but let's try this. Alrighty, there we go. So that is all connected up. And yeah, guys, I've got a little bit of news about the Land Rover as well. So one of the mechanics that was working on the Land Rover for us, sorting out the suspension and the steering, he actually fell in love with the Land Rover, and he actually made an offer that I kind of couldn't refuse. So I went ahead and sold it already. So yeah, that is no longer coming back to our farm, and we don't really need it for any reason in particular. So yes, that Land Rover has been sold, and I am quite happy with the money that we got for it. So guys, what I'm going to do next is we are going to go and pick up some equipment from the shop as well, because now we definitely need a few things. Okay, I think that is pretty good. We did pretty well. We could have probably gone a little bit more, but I think it'll be fine. Let's just strap it down a little bit over here. And there we go. Let's just go and park up the Hilux. So yeah, the equipment that we are going to be picking up is a tree planter, the pellet fork, also getting a big bag of chicken feed, or wheat, as you guys may know it. And there's another piece of equipment which is going to be very, very vital for our operation here as well. So you guys will have to wait and see, well, when we get there, what that is. So yes, let's jump into this thing and make our way over to the farmers market first stop, get all those pallets dropped off, and then we'll head over to the dealership. Alrighty, so we are off, and I'm just going to make a U-turn over here on the grass, and you'll see that the sorghum field actually has germinated. So it's kind of looking pretty good. I actually didn't think it was going to grow so nicely without us fertilizing it, but yeah, we did put some fertilizer in the fertilizer, or in the seeder actually, so it kind of did the first layer of fertilizer. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna go ahead and fertilize it again. We're just going to let it grow as it is for this season. Maybe by the next season we'll get into it a bit more and sort it out properly by doing the rolling and also mulching the field after it's been harvested. So yeah, that is my plan for that. So we're just going to just take whatever we get off the field for now, and then next time we'll try and improve it. So guys, let's make our way over to the dealership, and well, first stop farmers market, and then I'll catch up to you guys once we are there. Holy macaroni, guys, did you see that? We nearly freaking crashed into this guy that is passing us now. What a jerk. Yeah, he just pulled out in front of us. I had to swerve like a mad demon, but okay. Luckily no damage, we didn't hit anything. But yeah, I wonder what this guy's deal is. Now he's actually slowing down. Alright, might have to just take his license plate. Going to report this guy to the local authorities because he's really like a freaking maniac. Alright, buddy, you do you. Alright, you know what, I'm not gonna bother with this guy. Let's just let him go. Alright, but yes, here we are over at the farmer's market. So let's just pull in here and see if we can drop all of the pallets off. Alrighty, so I'm just going to pop inside quickly and they're going to hopefully help us unload all of the pallets. And yeah, we should make quite a bit of money because we've stockpiled it a bit. Alrighty guys, there we go. So that has been sold and sorted. So I just noticed that Nick's mum's van is not here. She's probably out. She's got quite a lot of pallets outside. I just hope they're going to be fine here. But yeah, okay. There's probably some more deliveries that she needs to take care of. So yeah, we're just going to leave her at it. Alright guys, so let's make our way over to the dealership and go and pick up our equipment. And also get rid of the equipment that we have on the back of our truck and on the trailer. It's luckily not too far. I think we'll just cut across here. Alright, and yeah, I had some word from Mr. Walker as well. The canola field apparently has germinated, so we could probably go and sort that out as well. Because we still need to do the second layer of fertilizer on his farm, on that field, and also the yeah, weeds. We've got a little bit of weeds to take care of, so that might be something that we'll do after running our couple of errands and just sorting out everything on our own. Because yeah, we still have got a little bit of leave left, but I think if duty calls, yeah, we'll have to go and answer. So guys, let me quickly pop into the office and just get all of this sorted out. We need to get everything offloaded and yeah, put into place. Alright guys, so there we are. So one of the guys just helped me get the logging fork off the truck here, and he also helped me load the new pallet fork on. So I just hope we're going to be able to manage this back at the sawmill, getting that thing connected to our tractor. And you'll also notice that we've got quite a bunch of equipment that I'm picking up here today. So yes guys, the tree planter, as I mentioned, we've got the pallet fork loaded already, and then we've got the big bag of chicken feed, which is actually in essence wheat. So yeah, that is coming with us. And then this piece of machinery, guys, this is the one that's going to sort out the stumps for us on our logging operation, because we've got quite a bit of stumps now in the field. So they were kind enough to borrow us a Massey Ferguson tractor to just get everything loaded up onto the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and just get the trailer off of our trailer, first of all, the logging trailer. So let's jump into this thing, and my goodness, this is a fancy little tractor, guys. I wouldn't mind owning one of these one day. But okay, so here we are. Let's quickly get this thing connected up and pull it off our trailer. Alrighty, yes, that little logging trailer looks so silly behind this big tractor. Okay. Alright, so they told me to just drop it off around the corner here, which they are going to sort it out and just move it where they want it. Alright, well, there we go. So goodbye, old faithful logging trailer. You did us well for the time that we needed you. Alright, so let's go over to our new equipment, but I think maybe we should do this a bit differently this time before loading the trailer, because last time I did this I had a bit of an issue with the trailer not being yeah, well, loaded properly, and it kind of ended up being an issue getting it hooked up back onto the truck. So yeah, let's take this thing over to this side. We'll just leave the ramps down. They shouldn't scrape. Alright, let's get this thing disconnected quickly. Alright, so we disconnected the trailer. We're just going to pull the pickup truck a bit forward, because now I need to try and see if we can actually get the big bag on there as well. I think it might help if we just put it on top of the pallet fork there, so we should be fine. So let's try this. We are going to use their old forklift around the corner here. Alright, once again, electronic forklift, no engine sounds. Alrighty, and there we go. Yeah, I just hope everything is going to fit on our trailer, because that would mean we'll have to leave one of the pieces of equipment behind if it doesn't. Which is also fine. I don't think we'll need the stump grinder or the tree planter just yet, but it would be nice to get everything back at our sawmill. Alright, but let's see if we can get this sorted first. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, we're just barely getting it on here. Okay guys, I think that is gonna be fine. That's just gonna have to do. Let's drop it down over there. Alright, great stuff. And now we can just go and park up this little forklift. Come on, go forward. There we go. Yeah, this thing is a bit delayed with changing gears between forwards and reverse. But okay, there we go. That is one part of the loading done. So now we can just strap that bag down as well. Right. Let's just adjust those straps just like that. And now we can get our trailer hooked up again. Also just close the tailgate. Alrighty guys, so there we go. That is all connected up. Let's just turn the engine off for now to save a little bit of fuel. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and load the tree planter first. Okay, let's see how this is going to work out. Let's get that thing connected up. Alright, I think that should do. Right, now it's going to be a matter of trying to put this on the trailer. Okay, I just hope this thing is going to clear. Alright, let's see. Well, it's got some wheels back there, so hopefully they'll go on. Alrighty. Alright, I think that is going to have to be where we put this thing down. So let me disconnect it. Alrighty, I think that is looking pretty good. So let's just get some straps onto this so that this doesn't go anywhere. Alright, next up we need to try and load the stump grinder. Alright, I think we'll hook this one up to the front of the tractor. Alrighty, there we are. So that is connected up, and I just hope this thing is going to fit. Otherwise it's going to be a matter of leaving it here and coming back to fetch it a little bit later. But it's fine. I think we'll probably manage this. Alrighty guys, so by hook and by crook I've got this thing loaded up. So one of the guys actually came and helped me. We disconnected it and we just pushed it back, and this thing is extremely heavy. I just hope it didn't damage our trailer at all. So now it looks like I'm gonna have to drive with the ramps lowered down, so there is a bit of clearance. I'll just be sure to put the hazard lights on. Alright, so let's get their tractor parked up right over here, and then they can sort everything out and put it where it needs to be. Alrighty, so guys, I'm going to attempt this. Hopefully this isn't going to be a problem, because we've got a tiny bit of clearance under the ramps, and I'm gonna try and make my way back to the sawmill and see if we can get everything offloaded. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we get there. or if we run into any trouble with this. Alrighty guys, so here we are and we made it. No problems to report guys, and yeah, we can probably just turn off the hazard lights as well. So yeah, there we are. So that is how you do it if you don't have the right equipment. Although I could have actually used the tractor and just gone and pick up everything at once as well. But yeah, I think it just worked out quite well the way we did it now. So let's get these straps removed. The ramps are already down, so that's not going to be an issue. Alrighty, so let's see if we're going to be able to get all of this loaded, well, offloaded from the trailer. Alrighty guys, so we've got the winch disconnected from the tractor, and hopefully this is going to work out now. Gonna see if I can back up close enough to get this thing connected up. Alright, I think that should do. Let's get it hooked up. Alrighty guys, but there we go. So we've got the tree stump grinder removed, and yeah, we're kind of just fooling around with this thing a bit now. This is something that I might want to actually test out a bit, just to see how it works. Alright, so we've got some stumps here, and as you can see, Nick actually did quite a lot of chopping here, so yeah, this isn't what we did. Alright guys, so let's get this thing fired up. I think it's just the PTO we need to start. Alright, let's get close to this one. There's a stump over there, I can't really see. We'll probably need to drone for this. Alright, let's see how far we are from that. Alright, still gotta go back a bit more. Alright, go back. I think that did the job. Let's just see. Yeah, would you look at that? No more stump. Great stuff, guys. I'm actually happy. Alright, they say this thing should probably also remove bushes. I don't know. We're gonna be able to do this, because yeah, this thing is kind of a little bit weird to operate, but we'll get the hang of it the more we try and operate it. Right, so there's another stump over here. Let's just see. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, I think that's enough fooling around with this thing. Let's go and get this thing parked up under the shed over there. I think this one we'll put where the weight is, and then we'll get the tree planter into the spot where the little logging trailer was. Right, let's get this thing disconnected over here. Can probably adjust it that way a bit. Alrighty guys, there we go. So that is disconnected, and I think it's kind of yeah, fine the way that I put it down. Still got another open bay on that side, and now last but not least, on the trailer we've got the tree planter. So let's see if we can manage to get this thing off. Alright, so we'll have to go and get some saplings for this thing as well. Alright guys, so there we go, all connected up, and we've got it off the trailer. Yeah, it was a little bit finicky, but yeah, we've got it off. So let's pull this thing back into the position where we want it. I think right over here should do. Yeah, this is a very fancy tree planter that I managed to get for quite a decent price actually. It wasn't too expensive. Alright, but there we go. So that is in fact a very same tree planter as the one we borrowed from Noah. This one is just obviously a different color, and it's got some yeah, Hirschfield Forest emblems on it. So that is kind of cool. I like the look of this thing. Alright guys, next up we need to get those straps off the big bag, but that big bag actually needs to go over to the other farm, well, to the chicken coop. So yeah, let's just maybe take the trailer back there first. We'll get this thing disconnected and we'll sort out the pallet fork a bit later. Alright, let's get our ram stuck back in again now that we can actually do it. Okay, so there they go. Alright, let's get back to the house quickly and just get this bag of wheat dropped off for the chickens. We could actually put it into the chicken pen. Alrighty guys, there we go. So we parked the trailer. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with me today. I can't seem to park the thing straight, but okay. It's just gonna have to do. Alright, so now we need to come over here. Going to drop down the tailgate once again. Alright, and that should have gone down, which it did. Okay, let's take off some of these straps over here. I think it was just the one. Looks like the other one came off somewhere, but okay, not to worry. Okay, so let's jump into our little skid steer, which I actually had to move. So that is where the skid steer is going to stay from now on. Alright, so yeah, you guys will be pleased to know that the little carport that we had next to the workshop here, I actually didn't get rid of it. We donated that to Bill, because as you guys know, Bill's car was standing outside and he didn't really want to leave the BMW under the tree. So yeah, I just donated that to him, and yeah, that's where his BMW is parked now. But okay, here we go. We've got our chicken feed off the truck. And we can probably just go and fill up the chicken trough here. Just gotta care of the house. Okay, that's still far away. Okay, let's see if we can sort this out. Fill it up nicely. Alright, I don't think this is going to take the whole bag. There we go. Alright, so that is nice and full. And now we can just go and put this bag over here under the shed. This is where we will keep the chicken feed for now. Alright, I think let's just put it down right over there. Alright, I kind of tipped the bag over, so let's just see if we can pick it up again. Hopefully that's not going to pierce the bag, but yeah, it's not very full anymore, so there we go. That's sorted. And let's just quickly get this thing parked, and then I need to see if we can get our pallet fork offloaded from the back of the truck. I might have to ask Nick to help me with that, just so that we can get it dragged onto the floor. Alrighty, happy days guys. So we are ready to get some chickens in. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to have them delivered. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow, so we can get that chicken coop up and running. Alright, let's get our tailgate back in. I'll just put a strap on this so it doesn't go anywhere. Alright, let's get over to the sawmill again and see if we can get this thing offloaded. Alrighty guys, so here we are, and Nick just quickly gave me a hand getting this thing off of the pickup truck, so we should be able to hook up to it now with the tractor here. Alright, so let's jump into this thing, get it fired up, and then yeah, we're just going to leave it like this. I might actually get the winch connected up again, because the winch is actually a very nice counterweight for moving these pallets around. Alright, let's get it connected up here. Alright, and there we go guys. That is hooked up and it is actually doing pretty well. Look at that guys. We've got another forklift now, so this is definitely going to come in handy. Alrighty ho. So yeah, as I said, Nick is actually an absolute master when it comes to moving the logs and stuff with this winch. And yeah, there's the chainsaw, so we're just leaving the chainsaw in there as well. Alright, perfect. I'm just going to park this right over here. And that looks good, guys. So, yeah, we're kind of lifting the front wheels, but it's fine. Nick is going to be using this when he moves the pallets around. And also, if he needs to go and grab some more wood, he'll also just probably disconnect it altogether. But yes, guys, so that is our sawmill definitely up and running. And pretty soon we're going to have quite a couple of pallets here. So, yeah, Nick is definitely doing very well. And, yeah, I'm quite happy with everything that we've achieved so far with our own little venture over here. But yes, guys, I think now we're going to head over to Mr. Walker's farm, because I think we should go and probably just try and sort out his canola field a bit with the weeds, and then also maybe send somebody out with the fertilizer spreader. We might actually do the fertilizing ourselves. I think let's maybe do a little bit of farm work again, because I actually enjoy being behind the wheel of a tractor and just doing my thing on the field, guys. So let's get somebody to start with the de-weeding, and then we are going to just start doing the fertilizing ourselves. Alright, so it's going to be a bit of a drive, so I'll catch up to you guys once we get there. Alright, guys, so here we are back at Mr. Walker's farm again. And yeah, it's been a hot minute since we were here. And yeah, I think let's dive straight into this, guys. We need somebody to go and do the de-weeding on the canola field. So let's grab a... yeah, we're not even going to bother with the Kubota today. So let's go and grab a tractor for them. And then I'll come back and grab the other tractor for myself for the fertilizing. Alright, so I think we are going to send them out onto the field with the weeder. Pulling the John Deere 7R, which is a 350, not a 370. So, okay. But yeah, let's hop into this thing. Get it fired up, and still got plenty of diesel. Alright, now we need to go and hook up to the weeder and just get that thing ready to rock and roll. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to open this barn. Alright, and there's the weeder once again next to the sprayer setup. So let's get that thing hooked up and just make sure everything is still fine with it. I did check it out in the last episode when we cleaned it. It doesn't look like it's got any wear and tear on it as such from that job. But okay, guys, so there we go. That is all hooked up, and I'm just going to take the tractor a little bit closer to the field, and then I'm going to get one of the workers to go and start sorting this out for us. Alright, guys, so here we are at the field with the tractor and the weeding machine, which I already unfolded. And yeah, as you can see, the canola has germinated and we've got a lot of weeds in between. So let's get somebody to come and sort this out for us so that we can get to fertilizing. Alright, guys, and there they go. So they are off busy pulling those weeds out, and you can just clearly see there's a big difference already just by this first line that he started. So yeah, I'm going to take a walk back to the farmyard. Going to grab myself the John Deere 6R with the fertilizer spreader, and we are going to start fertilizing that field just to improve our yield a little bit more. Alright, guys, so here I am. So we're just going to hop into this little John Deere 6R. Yeah, I still like this tractor, guys. It's a very decent little tractor, and it's actually considered a medium tractor. So yeah, I always thought that this was considered a small tractor, but it's not. It's actually a medium tractor. Alright, so our fertilizer spreader is this one in this corner. So let me get it hooked up again. Alrighty, all connected up, and we are ready to rock and roll. I did check the contents as well. We've got quite a lot of fertilizer in there as well, so we are good to just get over to the field. And then I need to just figure out the GPS in this tractor. It's probably a bit different from the other tractor that I drove the other day. So yeah, let me try and sort this out. Alrighty guys, so I think I figured the GPS out, and we're just gonna wait for this guy to quickly do his turn over here, and then gonna let him go ahead, and then hopefully we can start fertilizing. Alright, so there he goes. Yeah, that is just a little bit off from the headland where he did the first run, so I think he's just going to neaten up this edge. Alright, but I think we shouldn't be in his way, because I think he's doing another headland. So let's try and see how this is going to go. Alright, and there we go. We are spraying fertilizer, guys. So I don't know how quickly this is going to go, but I guess we'll figure it out. And luckily the crop is still in its early growth stages, so we're not going to damage any of the crop. So yeah, I think this is going pretty well, guys, and we are going to put this in a little bit of a time lapse for you guys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
In a one-light town at the break of dawn, opportunity knocks before it's gone. Dust off your hat, put your boots on tight, gotta chase that dream with all your might. Mama said, boy, don't you wait around, life's too short in this little town. Grab that chance, make it yours today. The world won't stop, it's gonna roll away. Seize the moment, don't let it pass. Ride that wave, make it last. Even when you're feeling low, you gotta dig deep and make it show. Down at the diner, folks talk this way about dreams that let slip away. Don't wanna live with that regret, gotta take each chance, you ain't done yet. Seize the moment, don't let it pass. Ride that wave, make it last. Even when you're feeling low, you gotta dig deep and make it show. The road ain't easy, it's rough and long, but you're stronger than a country song. In every setback, find the fight, turn your struggles into light. Seize the moment, don't let it pass. Ride that wave, make it last. Even when you're feeling low, you gotta dig deep and make it show.
Alrighty guys, so there we go. So I finished up with the fertilizer work on the field and decided to bring the tractor back over here. So yeah, we're just waiting for the guy to finish up with the weeding work, but I think he should actually be done by now. So yeah guys, but I think this is going to be where I leave today's episode. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in once again. I appreciate every view, every like. And also, I wanted to ask, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, I will see you all in the next one.